Hello and welcome to my demonstration video for my elevator. Here you can see we have the Arduino, which is the controller of everything. We have 8 push buttons, 4 on the bottom and 4 on the top. These 4 are acting as the buttons you'd find in the elevator. These ones are acting as the buttons you'd find outside of the elevator on one of 4 floors. Here we have a servo numbered 1 through 4 to represent where the elevator is at any given moment. So if someone on the 4th floor were to want to get into the elevator, they'd press the button and the elevator would go to them. And if they wanted to go to the 1st floor, the elevator would take them down. If someone were to get in the elevator from the 1st floor and they wanted to go to the 3rd, the elevator would take them there. And if someone wanted to go from the 3rd to the 2nd, it'd take them there. As of right now, this is acting as a freight elevator, so there's not a whole lot of logic to it. In future videos, we will be adding more and more to it, such as memory and lights. But for now, this is my elevator.
Hello and welcome to my code walk for my elevator. Just like stated in the video, this is acting as a freight elevator, and therefore the code is not too complex yet. Starting at the top, we have include servo.h, which is including the servo's library, allowing me to use the commands. Servo lift is naming one of the servos lift for differentiation purposes. We'll be using another servo in a future video. fcall, and ecall are the variables we'll be using in this code. Starting in our setup, we have lift.attach12, which is telling the code that the lift is attached to pin 12. Lift.write36 is telling the code that when it is ran, it is to automatically set the servo to 36 degrees. This for statement is telling the code where the push buttons are going to be located, starting at 2 and starting at 8. These are two different loops. Starting in our loop, fcall is automatically set to 1, and while fcall is equal to 1, it'll run this for statement. This is essentially a loop from our block codes. It starts with I equals 0, it ends with I lesser than 4, and it increments by I equals I plus 1. If a push button were to be pressed, meaning it was set to low, it will rotate the servo 36 degrees times the integer that it comes up with from counting what button was pressed. It will then set fcall to 0, releasing it from this loop and putting it into this loop. It starts with ecall equal to 1, and while ecall is equal to 1, it will run the same for statement as above. And if one of the push buttons starting at 2 are pressed, it will rotate it times the integer it came up with and set it to 0, bringing it back up to this one. It loops the entire thing over and over. Thank you for watching.